right. What is up, everybody?
What's up?
We got any? Oh, okay. Yeah, we're live. Okay, all right. I got it playing on the screen behind me. Um, this is our first annual pre-Indy Swap Meet live. The Indy Swap Meet's going to be next weekend,
Yep.
and hopefully we'll be going live after the swap meet from the hotel with everybody.
That is going to be fun. All of us being in the same room together, doing a
Yeah.
live.
I think
It's going to be fun.
I think Sherry counted 12 people, 12 YouTubers are going to 12 different YouTubers are going to be at this Indie swap meet.
Nice. That's cool.
Oh, let's see. So, what's going on with you, William?
Not much. If y'all hadn't seen my my video on it, my buddy's funny car fired up, and yesterday evening, I was really hoping I was going to be there for the first fire, but wasn't planning on it. They called me yesterday, just a little bit after lunch while I was at work, left me a message. I called them back and told them that I will do my best to be there. And it was to be inside of a shop when a 1200 horsepower funny car fires up was amazing.
Yeah, I saw the video. It
was
pretty awesome.
It was amazing. I'm trying to gather some parts together for a special project on the Cushman, but some of the parts are proving difficult to find.
Oh, well, that's 13 of them now because Dutch said he's going to be there. Yeah.
It's trying to find parts for...
Indy Swap Meet's going to have as many YouTubers as the No Name Nationals if it doesn't, people don't calm down.
That'd be nice, though.
I think most of our group of Mopar people.
Yeah.
I don't know how many other Mopar. Okay, Jed. We'll hold it down until you get here.
Yeah, we'll try to.
But I wonder how many other, if there's, because we got our group of people that we hang out with and watch their stuff and everything. I wonder how many other Mopar centric YouTube channels there are that we just don't know about.
Yeah, they're out there. They're not in our circle. They're not in our normal search and stuff. So we don't.
And they don't know about us either, probably. All right.
Sounds like Jed's having way too much fun buying stuff.
Oh yeah, man, that Dean, I'm jealous that he got to hang out with Andrew in that car. Because, like I said, I've had a picture of his car on my computer for like 3 years.
Wow.
And he just happened to meet him. What's up, Mr. Cope? Hoping to see you at Indy. Are you going to have a booth? Southern Juju. Friend of yours, William?
Yeah, that's my local buddy here. I met him at a show just probably like 20, 30 minutes south.
Oh, okay.
Cool dude.
Oh, no booth. You're just going to hang out. Okay, that's cool. That's why I go in. That's why I go in on Jed's booth, though. I go in halves on it with him just to have a place to sit down and relax every once in a while. I can't be on my feet that long.
I'll be sure. I'll be sure to bring my fold-out chair.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're gonna bring a couple. I know for sure. Probably gonna bring a couple extras for the hotel room for the live at the hotel room because I don't know who all's gonna show up, and I don't know. I know we got a suite, so there's
Yeah,
actually a living room. I just
I
don't know how many people can fit in it.
got something I'm gonna bring. Let me. I have recently located it again, so let me grab it real quick.
Oh my god! You going incognito? Didn't you have a booth there before? I could have swore I saw a corporation transmission booth there before. Oh God!
I'm bringing the giant chicken.
Oh my God! That's what you ought to do. You ought to carry that chicken around with you, and when Jed tries to make you spend money that you don't want to, you just squeeze it in his face.
Exactly.
You'd be
Yes.
like, "What? I didn't hear you."
This will be my Jed deterrent device. If he's too busy laughing, he can't make me spend money.
Oh wait, you were looking for a fender
Passenger
for your
side
dart,
fender for
right?
my dart.
Um,
One
Dennis,
without
does Mark
the
have
one without the huh?
yeah, tell Dennis what you're looking for. He could, if Mark's wanting to sell one, he could drop it off at the shop next
Yeah.
week, and then you
It's
can
the
either pay him at Indy because I don't think he's going to be around on Thursday.
Yeah, it's looking for a passenger side fender for that dart that doesn't have the provision for the fender mounted turn signal. This dart doesn't have that feature, and that fender does. And I don't want to weld it up. I would rather sell it to somebody who could actually use it with that feature. So I want to try to find one. As long as it's not rusted out, needing a whole bunch of repairs or anything like that, as long as it's decently usable. Hopefully with the provisions already for the dart and sport emblems.
For the
But
dart
I could always drill those holes out if I need to.
Are you going to start? Are you thinking about doing a booth out there again, John? Well, I've got a lot of money to spend next weekend, but it's all going to get spent before I even get there. Because we're having the next project get dropped off Thursday. What year dart?
The dart is it is a 73 dart sport.
Well, you can always drill the holes for dart and sport.
Yeah, I can always drill the holes. Just it would be nice if those provisions are already there, so I don't have to.
I have fun drilling holes and shit. And tearing
I would be nervous about getting it level and where it needs to. And I know I could get measurements off the other side, but it's
Yeah, that would be the way to do it. Is find a spot that you can measure from easily.
Yeah, I can always drill the holes.
I'd like to have one of those hang tens. What was that? A duster or was that a dart that hang? Let me look.
It was a dart. It's basically a dart sport hang 10.
Yeah,
Is basically what it is. It's
the street cars. How you doing?
Is Mopar Jeff going to be at Indy?
I don't know. I think anybody with Mopar in their name should be.
Not committing to anything just yet, just gathering information. I like to explore all avenues before pulling a trigger on anything.
Okay. I'm working on my list of stuff to do to the duster before I fire it up. It's getting really close. I would get to spend tomorrow making plug wires.
My internet had a bit of a brain fart, but I'm back.
Oh. Have you ever used that little thing? I made some plug wires that I got from MSD, and it's like a little block that you're supposed to put in a vise to crimp everything. I hate that thing.
I got some pliers I bought on Amazon. I've used that to customize the plug wires on my truck, and I love it.
I got the pliers. I haven't used them yet, but
it's a bit of a learning. It's not too much of a learning curve getting used to it, but once you get the hang of it, you're fast with it. I actually used one of the old plug wires off my truck to make plug wires for the Cushman. That way I didn't have to buy anything and I could just make it myself.
Dennis, how complete is that 340 Dart Sport? Oh, is that the one you used to have that he's got? You ought to just buy that car back. It was a 73 340 Dart Sport 4-speed, 8 3/4 rear end. What is he asking for that? Roughly. Oh, God, why? I hate bench seats.
I love bench seats.
You aren't old enough to remember when the only cars you could get had bench seats. They all had bench seats. And all had column shift. Now all cars are bucket seats with a console and floor shifter, and you damn kids think that bench seats and column shifts are cool, and they're not cool.
Everybody has their own idea of what they think is cool.
Yeah, but bench seat and column shift is the wrong idea.
If this Dart that I have wasn't as original as it is, I wouldn't mind changing some stuff up on it, making it a console shift and bucket seats and all that. But I'm happy with it the way it is.
I wish that the A bodies would have had or at least a version of the slapstick shifter that the B bodies had. What's up, Blake?
Hey.
You been able to do any more work to that orange car? I can't wait to see that thing run. I can't wait. I love that car. Have you seen his orange? He's got an orange Dart now.
I want to say yeah. Car. I want to say yeah.
Did the F bodies have slapstick? I know I followed Jeremy putting that tunnel ram on his car. Everybody's going to have tunnel rams this year at No Name Nationals. That's why you should get one for your Charger, William. You got to fit in with the crowd. You got to be part of the tunnel ram mafia.
I didn't need the tunnel ram to win the burnout contest.
Yeah, but you're still not part of the tunnel ram mafia.
I'm good. Maybe in the future, but right now I'm good. I'm gonna try really hard not to get one at Indy.
EFI Turbo 400. EFI Turbo 400 mopar. It'd probably run with a tunnel ram, right, Blake? EFI Turbo and a tunnel ram.
That would be interesting.
Oh, I thought those had the same shifters as the. I thought the F bodies had the same shifter as the Dobas, the Cordobas, and those cars. Then again, those might have been slapsticks, and I didn't know it. I just wish that the damn A bodies would have had it, because I that's what I'm putting in my. I'm going to buy the whole kit, everything to put the. To put the slapstick in my satellite.
Now, for a brief moment, I considered putting on that turbo setup that was on that motorhome 440 I picked up. For a short, brief moment, I considered putting that setup on my 383.
That would have been neat.
The only thing that stopped me.
How much boost that actually made, though?
Probably not very much. But the only thing that stopped me was I've already got a really nice exhaust system on there. And I did not want to take it off, because I would have to completely take it off to have a single 3-inch exhaust all the way out the back.
Now, did that have like a wastegate and stuff on it too?
I'm not sure.
I'm just saying.
I mean,
stuff
it had a you talking about the turbo setup I had?
Yeah.
It had a plate that went underneath the carburetor, and then one of the exhaust manifolds was special that actually bolted, that the turbo itself bolted to, and then it had oil lines running to it and other big airlines running to it from that block and everything. So I doubt it had any kind of wastegate or anything.
I know they did that.
I didn't know what I was looking at.
The slant sixes too. Slant sixes, some applications had turbos.
Now that would be a rare thing to find.
Yeah.
I think I sold the turbo stuff to somebody in California.
Is that Blake? Is that shifter that Joe and Duddy and Dodge Whisperer? I don't know if you had got one or not. That gated shifter. Let me look that up. Precision Performance. Oh no, that's like a John Cope shifter. Let's see if I can share it. Yeah, I think that looks like the same one that John Cope runs in just about everything he drives. Let's see. It would be like like that one, right?
Hmm.
See, I don't like that turbo action shifter. I don't know.
Well, I
I
can
just
see it if it
wanna,
was in a race car or something like that. I
yeah.
could see that. I have been looking up way too much Cushman stuff, and I need to stop and before I find something before Indy.
Oh, you were wanting to know about that yellow Cushman,
Yes.
Dennis. Do you have like a full picture of that yellow Cushman?
Yes.
Because you sent me a bunch of little pieces of pictures, and we were driving.
And
We
what
were
does the red
driving
one?
really crazy with it.
And what does that red/orange one look like too? But that yellow one or that tan one, whatever it is, I'm very curious on what it looks like.
You have the Dennis. You have the Hearst. What is that? The quarter stick. Stink eye and UPS.
Almost feels like about half the time I order something that gets shipped through postal service, it always gets delayed 3 or 4 days minimum.
I just had an order from Summit come through USPS, and it wasn't that bad.
Yeah, of course, where I am, I'm like right next to a main distribution point for the entire United States and for the world, really, because it a lot of it comes through right in Memphis. A lot of FedEx packages come through right in Memphis, and FedEx deals with a lot of postal stuff.
Huh.
So but here lately, it has been getting. It seems like it's been getting better.
I had the post office lose a package that I was sending out to Chris Albrecht. Ended up costing me a bunch of fucking money.
Mm.
They have no idea what happened to it. It
You
was
didn't
in
have it
mail.
insured?
No, I screwed up and didn't insure it.
Hey,
And I'm thinking that's what happened.
somebody
But
stole it.
no, it was a damn intake and carburetor.
Wow. Yeah, somebody stole that thing.
Yeah,
Somebody stole it. They
they probably
busted open.
they
They
probably
busted
thought it
open.
wasn't insured and was like, oh, well, this will just disappear. It never made it out of St. Louis. And it's been months and months. We've been trying to figure something out, and me and him worked out a deal.
Mm.
The yellow one is round nose. Well, I know he was begging me for a picture of that yellow one.
Yeah, I really want to see the yellow one. The comments on my end are not updating quickly.
Huh.
I don't know what it is. Unless you're talking to him separate from the comments.
No. He's coming up in comments. You know he's twisted.
Oh yeah, there it is. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, cool. I'll check it out. Blake, like I said, I love that car. I honestly could not believe
Now
if I wouldn't have seen Joe's video, I would not believe that big block weighs 6 pounds less than his small block.
Wow.
I would not believe it. That just aluminum heads and the aluminum water pump housing.
Now, Twisted Mopar, are you calling the yellow one a piece of junk, or are you calling something else a piece of junk?
I think he's calling the shifter a piece of junk.
Oh. Brian has my number. Get him my number so he can just text him to me.
Okay. You don't need to spend money on Cushman's anyway.
It depends on how much they want to sell it for.
You have Indy.
It depends on how much they want to sell it for. It looks too awesome to not ask. I can't just not ask. Just by little pictures I've seen, it looks like it might be decent. Yeah, I never really thought to look up Cushman's. I knew the name Cushman, but until I got my 65, it's just I have just fallen in love with the trucksters. And that one, just by the little snippets I've seen, is too cool not to ask about it. Yeah, I thought I saw a veteran something on the back in one of the pictures. If it's still currently being used, I don't even want to check and see how much it would sell for. But because if it's being used for veteran stuff, I'd be okay without it. Now that orange or red one, I would be curious about that one. Okay. I have a very limited budget for Indy, so not sure if I'd be able to get it right now, but I am curious.
That limited. You got a bigger budget for Indy than I do.
I'm trying to pretend I don't have it.
Oh, okay.
Because I don't want to spend it all. Because I still need to get an argon tank for my TIG welder that I still haven't used, that I bought over a year ago. Should be able to get one for probably around $250 or so, as long as I don't get a massive bottle. I can always upgrade the bottle later. Now the only question is, I don't think I'd be able to bring it. If I was able to pay for that Cushman right now, I wouldn't be able to bring it home right now. I don't have a trailer, and it probably wouldn't. It might fit in the bed of my truck, but getting it out would be the thing. Would be getting it up there and getting it down would be the interesting part.
Sorry. I was just wondering why Blake can't send me anything on Facebook. I didn't have him blocked. Somebody just texted me. Uh-oh.
I just tried with sending something to you, and it worked.
Yeah, it worked. Try it again, Blake. Oh, okay. He sent me the video on here. Anyway,
if those hang 10 fenders, I wouldn't need both of them. One of my driver's side fender is still decent.
There it goes.
I would only be interested in the passenger side fender, and if I'd be able to get it reasonably, like if somebody could bring it to an Indy. Yeah, I keep Mopar man. I keep telling myself I don't need a Cushman parking lot. I don't need a Cushman parking lot.
Yes, you do.
Okay, I'll get your number. Jed should be in here in a little while, so I'll get his number. I'll get your number, and then I'll call you tomorrow.
Oh, it's running inside the tent. That car sounds nasty.
I'm honestly happy I was able to save this Cushman that I picked up from being scrapped. I really should have taken pictures of where it sat before I bought it. It was in mud, in 100 different pieces just about, and it's just was sad.
Yeah, I think I'm actually gonna take the nitrous off of my car. I'm not gonna mess with that this year. I gotta get used to driving it and everything.
Yeah.
Why not? Well, I want to be in the burnout contest. I'm considering putting mine in there. I'm considering it.
I figured by the time No Name comes around, you'll have tested the car at least a few times.
Oh yeah.
By the time that rolls around, you'll be able to tell if you wanted to do it or not.
God, I hope nothing happens where I don't have it done by then. I had it a good ways done. Yeah, John, I see you. I was working on it today.
Hey Blake, I consider my Charger a street car. I know it's a 440 and everything, but it's
his Dart's got a 400 in it. His Dart's got a big block in it. They're crazy.
I mean, a big block Dart. That is asking to be a real awesome smoke machine.
Yeah.
That is just begging for it.
Unless he's like me and worried about spending money on what he breaks in the burnout competition.
That's true. But to do it, all you need is a good sugar grip.
What rear end's in that car, Blake? Is that an 8 3/4 or a Dana? I forgot. I can't remember if you showed it on a video or not. You can't find all the pictures of that Cushman.
Hey, you good? You're good. I am in no rush. Hey, if anything, Brian, if I do get that one, I could get it running and then sell it to you or Jed.
What? So we can all cruise our Cushmans together at No Name Nationals?
Exactly.
Like I said,
We'll be the Cushman gang.
oh, okay. That's what I said though. You ought to charge like $1 to take people to the bathroom and up to the concession stand.
Well, to do that, I would have to have some kind of seat in the back, and currently I do not have anything made like that.
Yeah,
Not saying that I can't. Not saying that I can't make anything for it before No Name. I just don't have anything right now. I would only feel comfortable ferrying you and Jed back. Maybe Sherry, if she felt comfortable with it.
Yeah, but what's he going to ask for everything? How many Cushmans are there?
Yeah, I may not be. Yeah, if they want everything gone in one go, then if it's more than two, and if it's, I probably won't be able to.
No,
we'll talk though.
Around here.
We'll talk.
Well, you can talk to him, and he's going to have a booth at Indy. I'm sure you'll see him at Indy.
Oh, it's just two. Depending on how much, we'll definitely talk. I like parts, so I like parts. Considering I'm trying to hunt down, apparently it's rare parts for mine. I like parts.
Yeah, I think that was the problem. John, he lulled me into a false sense of security last year with that clock. There was not enough red on that clock. That whole clock should have been a red zone.
Hey, Twisted Mopar, if it's okay, I'll get your number from Brian and I'll call you tomorrow and talk about it. See, Brian, if he's got two, I could get both of them running and sell one to both you and Jed, and then boom, we're all Cushman people.
You're just trying to turn us all into Cushman guys.
Exactly. You don't understand until you sit on it and drive it. It is so unbelievably fun. It is not even funny.
Blake, how much different is Jeremy's car with that tunnel ram on there? Did it seem to do good? I mean, from what I saw, it looks like it did good, but that car wasn't slow to begin with, so. Telling you, you need you pucker more, okay? C. Williams, you need a tunnel ram. You need a tunnel ram.
Yeah.
You know how many 440 tunnel rams you're going to see next weekend?
Probably
oh my God!
Probably a lot. And I'm telling myself I don't need a tunnel ram. I don't want to have to spend a boatload of money on carburetors. I don't need a tunnel ram. And you know how much crap Jed would give me for putting Edelbrocks on a tunnel ram.
I'd do it anyway. You're more familiar with the Edelbrocks.
Well, I was getting gun shy from Holly's with this popping problem I've been having with my truck. I haven't had on my channel because I've been trying to figure out what in the world it is. I thought it was in the carburetor. I didn't want to showcase my inability to not fix the carburetor on my
I
channel.
showcase my inability all the time, every video.
So, but after I took the 650 Holly off and put on a 600 Edelbrock, that my truck has run good with a 600 Edelbrock before. So I put it on there, and it's still popping. So that means it's something in the engine. I'm convinced it's something with the intake is not sealed right. One of the passages between the runners is probably blown through a little bit, and it's letting the exhaust pop or something. I don't know. I honestly don't know, but I'm kind of hoping it's in the intake, not sealing right.
Hey Blake, Bob Barracuda, did he pick up a yellow 340 Duster? I think it was last year. I just hope it's not like a valve or something. But you said that you said that that all it was firing on all eight. Yeah, he came out. Yeah, he was out at uh Twisted Mopar Dennis. He was there too. He helped get that car running. Or I think he actually got it running. I didn't work on it at all. Yeah, I think his truck broke down or something. And my buddy Tom lent him his truck to get the car back. That was a neat car, though. It was a 340 Duster, yellow, black interior, console bucket, and it was the space duster. It had the fold down back seat. And what was cool is it didn't have the jack in it, but when you got the fold down back seat, you got this cover, this vinyl cover that you put the jack in. It almost looked like a gun case.
I got that vinyl cover with mine.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Got it.
So maybe it wasn't just the fold down back seat ones.
I got a fold down back seat.
Oh, you do? Oh, okay.
Yeah. I was wondering what in the world it was until I realized it was roughly jack shaped.
Yeah, it almost looked like a gun case, didn't it?
Yeah, I was wondering what in the world it was, but I knew it was original to the car because it had 73 somewhere on it, I think.
Yeah, it was a good solid car. Oh shit. Let's see. How many people we got watching? Whoa, 18 people. What the hell? I still can't believe that people watch me do this shit. Watch us do this shit. Where was this when I was younger and doing stupider stuff?
I think they called it CB.
I used to, well, my satellite, I used to sit out and talk on the CB in my satellite in front of my mom and dad's house. I used to sit in that car all night, just talking to people on the CB.
That's how my parents actually met. Was that like a CB meet?
That's what I'd like to get for her truck, but I probably won't. I'll probably put a modern stereo in it, but find one of those old Dodge stereos that has a built-in CB. I think no, they put those in other things but trucks. I think I knew somebody had a Cordoba that had one.
Hmm.
There's a stereo with a built-in CB. What, that video you sent me? I can screen share that. Be pretty easy. Oh, I didn't even see that picture. I'm gonna screenshot. I like that picture. Here, I really like that picture.
That's nice.
That's a
That's
nice car.
cool.
I like that car.
68. Real nice.
What else we got here? What else has Blake sent me? What is that? It looks like switches for hydraulics. Did you put hydraulics on it? Here's the video. I don't know if you can hear it. Do you hear that?
A little bit. Yeah.
Or is it too much?
We can hear it.
That's all it sounds like? That's all it sounds like?
All right. Hog ass can. There's several. What are we talking about over here? All right, guys, I got to step away for just a second. I got to put this dog out. So hold down the fort, William.
All right. So, I have never been to a all Mopar swap meet, so I am definitely looking forward to Indy. The swap meets I've been to have, if they had any Chrysler anything, it was only a couple of things, and it wasn't really worth much. So, I'm sure my mind's going to be blown going to Indy. So I'm really looking forward to it. I got Cushman on the brain, but don't really know. Can't really think of anything cool.
All right, I'm back. I don't know where Tall John's at. I haven't heard from him in a while. No, I want to try out this year. I'm going to try real hard to make it up to Mopars in the Park. That's up north. It's supposed to be huge. It's actually supposed to be bigger than Indy, but it's outdoor mainly. I think from what I've seen. And then we have that one thing here at Gateway International that they just started a couple years ago. I know. When was it? 2 years ago, during the COVID stuff, there was still a lot of people up there at Indy. And like last year, there was a ton of people up there. So I'm expecting it to be huge again.
So if they have cars up there, I'm hoping to see my first Daytona, even if it's a clone. I have never seen a Daytona in person.
I don't know where Rob's at. Rob's going to be there though. That's another one. It's one we didn't count. Rob's supposed to be going. So you
He,
need to meet
he's a
Rob.
he's a YouTuber.
Yeah, yeah. So he's like number 14. Mocan. Yeah, that's I've never. I was supposed to go to Mocan the last 2 years and I didn't. I'm definitely going this year. Mocan's got a swap meet too. I don't know how close are you to. I wonder how close you are to Mocan. I bet you're closer to Mocan than you are here, William. And
I
that's
don't
just a
know.
1 day. That's just a 1 day deal. That's a Saturday.
Let me see.
Yeah, just look up Mocan Dragway. Well, they have a car show up there at Moparks in the Park too, don't they?
That is 6 hours and 20 minutes from me.
Wow, that's farther than here.
Yes.
I know that Moparks in the Park is, I think, a little bit over 6 hours for me,
Yeah.
but I can do a 6 hour drive. I've done it before. But then again, there's a lot of people didn't believe me about Holly Mo Party too. They got a pretty decent sized swap meet at Holly Mo Party, but oh my God, there's so much going on at that. That's the week before No Name, so and I'm probably going to end up. I'll probably end up going for a day, driving out to Bowling Green, spending the night. Well, I'd get Birdsong to come to No Name Nationals. It'd be a long drive for him though. He's in Arizona.
Hey, Mopar Jeff, I might be interested in both of those fenders. I think I'm remembering a rust spot on the top of my driver's side fender, so definitely might be interested in both if the price is right. But I'll get your number. We'll talk.
I've been to Mo Party every year since the first one. I went to the first one, so I'm probably not going to miss it. The car show, William, at Mo Party. The only way I've ever been able to describe it is imagine a Walmart Supercenter parking lot
Mm-hmm.
on Black Friday, and it's all old Mopars.
Nice.
Yeah, you can't hardly walk the whole thing in 1 day. And then they've got drag racing going on in the middle of it.
That's
And
why
they've got
that's why you need a Cushman to ride around on to see all the cool cars.
and then they've got the Dodge Thrill. I wonder if they're going to do the Dodge Thrill rides this year. I think. God, I hope they don't bring out that electric fucking thing. I'd hate to make fun of it right in front of their faces, but I will.
Hey, Mopar Jeff, just send me an email. That's Charger 383 Mopar Yahoo.
That's the way most. That's the way MM78. That's the way most Mopar events are. I was trying to tell my Chevy friend. I was like, "Look, you need to get into Mopars because he loves swap meets, and just about all Mopar event has a swap meet and a car show. You know, there's a race, a swap meet, and a car show. Just about every one of them.
Swap meet would be something cool to add on to No Name.
Yeah,
Maybe
but
not.
I think
Maybe not.
I don't think they're not wanting to get too much stuff going all at once. You know what
That's
I
true.
mean?
They've already got the racing and everything, and then the basically car show in the parking lot.
Yeah, and then you've got the whole, you know, us YouTube
Yeah.
superstars everybody wants to meet. You know,
Yeah.
me with my 770 subscribers. Woohoo, 770. Yeah. Maybe I shouldn't tell people I don't give a fuck if they subscribe, but you know, I really don't. I love every one of them, but if people don't want to subscribe to me, okay. I don't want to watch a fat guy waddle around working on a piece of shit either.
Well, they don't watch for you. They watch for the car.
Your car is not all that. It doesn't even run yet.
So how close are you to actually firing it up?
Pretty damn close. Pretty damn close. I'm going to be doing ignition wiring. Well, the spark plug wires, like I said, I do have that all done tomorrow. I've got fuel from the carburetors, fuel line from the carburetors all the way back to the fuel cell now. Everything's connected. Before I start it, I'm gonna go through and make sure I tighten all the fittings up. But
that would be smart. I love
really
the
close to like the cooling system and wiring, really. So I got to find a radiator. I'm hoping I find a radiator at if not, I'm going to call those people that. How's that radiator working out in the Charger? Have you had a chance to test it out yet? Get it out on the road?
I've hadn't really driven it on the road, but I did a decent test in my driveway, and it acted exactly the same as the old one. I need to fine tune my cooling system, but it does good. If it had appropriate electric fans on it, or fan shroud with a factory style fan on it, with the fan clutch, it would probably cool better.
Well, you don't need a clutch fan anyway. Just put a regular fan on there to cool them. Clutch fan slips.
So it only slips when it needs to.
Well, obviously it's slipping when it ain't supposed to slip.
Well, I got a flex fan on there right now.
Oh, okay.
That's been on there since my dad was messing with it. So I kind of want to try going back to the factory style. Trying to find a fan shroud. That's probably something else I need to keep an eye out for.
Fan shrouds are overrated.
But in '68, the fan shrouds were actually metal and not plastic.
Oh, wait a minute. How far away is the fan from the radiator on that car?
I hadn't measured, but it's not too terribly far from it.
No.
I need to actually. I've got the bolts that were holding the water pump pulley on that motorhome 440, and the fan and the whole fan setup. So I need to take those bolts out, take my flex fan off, put that motorhome cooling fan on my 440.
You got you're running a thermostat, right?
Yeah.
What temperature thermostat are you running?
I think I got a 160 in it.
Okay.
I had a 180 in it for a while. Then to try to see if I could get my cooling system better, I put a 160 in. it helped a little bit, but I need to fine tune my cooling system. That's why I want to try to put a fan shroud on it. The fan shroud and the factory style fan to see if it'll help it cool better.
Was that an air car?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, it wouldn't have had a clutch fan on it anyway.
What
is it an aftermarket flex fan or a Chrysler flex fan?
I didn't know Chrysler made flex fans.
Yeah, mine had a flex fan on it. You actually see it go.
I'm pretty sure this is
It
an
had the big
aftermarket.
wide blades, though. Does yours have the big wide blades?
I want to say yeah.
Huh.
But
I don't
I'm pretty
remember.
sure. I'm fairly confident that this is aftermarket.
Okay. That might be the problem.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't have. I thought that they only had a fan clutch on them when they had air. I could be wrong.
I haven't heard anything about that, so I don't.
I know. Well, then again, mine had air, but it didn't have a clutch fan on it. I don't know.
I know the flex fan does move a fair amount of air through the radiator. It actually moves a decent bit of air through.
Yeah,
but,
well,
but
it
doesn't pull. It doesn't pull enough air through.
Because my friend Tom had a 440 in a Duster, and he had an electric fan on there, and that thing always ran hot. But then it was the whole thing was the fan wasn't big enough.
Yeah, I don't think my flex fan is probably not big enough.
Can you when it's just sitting there idling, can you feel air at the back of the engine?
I can put my hand in front of the radiator and I can definitely feel the air going through it. So it's definitely pulling air.
It should be all right.
It may not be pulling enough air.
I don't know.
Because I want to say the 383 did the same thing before I put that 440 in. It just slowly crept up in traffic. As long as I was moving, it was fine. But
yeah,
sitting still is when it started to creep up.
Well, and you know it's not a stopped up radiator.
Yeah. That's why the Chrysler engineers, obviously the stock stuff worked because people drove it every day.
Yeah.
Didn't have problems. That's why I want to try to put a stock setup back on it with the aftermarket radiator, but a stock setup to just see what it does.
J-Bo, we were looking at something last night. We were all looking at who our first subscribers were. You were my 4th subscriber. Or at least the 4th one that's still there. You're number 4 on my list.
Well, if it's on that list, they're still subscribed.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying there might have been people in between, but they left. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
But yeah, you're number 4. But yeah, I mean, I've had cars where I fought cooling issues for forever.
I know my dad said whenever he tried to push the Charger back in the day, it would always overheat. But I'm pretty sure that problem was probably just a stopped up radiator.
Yeah, usually if they get hot while they're going down the road, it's a stopped up radiator.
Yeah, well,
they get hot while they go down the road and cool off when you're stopped. It's a stopped up radiator.
Well, he said it would always overheat whenever he would try to push it. Whenever he would try to have fun with the car, basically just pushing it.
Yeah.
But I guess same thing.
Then again, what's your timing? What's your timing set at? You got a good time? You put a good timing light on it?
I've
Because
got a good
sometimes if you're too advanced, they'll run hot.
I've got a good timing light. I'm just not an expert at tuning, and I have to figure stuff out by myself. So
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure for a while I probably have my timing set to advance.
Does it ever
Um,
does it ever crank over slow when you try to start it after it's warm?
the Charger does occasionally, but I'm trying to get better in my tuning, and I think
You might need to back the timing off a little bit on that.
yeah, I'm correcting a mistake with my tuning, and I'm getting it, trying to get it perfect. Yeah.
You just need to drive it out to Jed's house when Tall John's out there, and have Tall John adjust the timing on your car. He's a timing wizard.
Yeah.
He timed everyone at Jed's cars while he was out there. It was funny as hell. He was just going from car to car. What is timing like? He timed his dad's Charger. He timed everything.
I need to pay Tall John to come to me. Hell, he's probably closer to me than Jed.
That's what there's a lot of people that say, most carburetor issues can be fixed with timing. Because people always think it's a carburetor issue, but it's actually in the timing.
I know I want to fine tune the distributor curve, but I want to get it right before I fine tune it.
Mm-hmm. No, he's having a problem if it gets hot in traffic.
Yeah.
Well, then again, that's kind of idling. Kind of.
I know I can figure it out, and like I said, it does fine as long as I'm moving. But if I'm sitting still for quite a while in traffic, that temperature gauge starts to creep up.
Now, will it do that just sitting in the driveway?
If I let it run long enough, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Then
that's probably
it's basically like letting it sit in traffic. That's pretty much what I did with my when I was testing out that radiator. I just let it sit, kind of idled it up, and had it in gear with it running to simulate it being in traffic.
I know Jed had that issue with Jezebel. He ended up getting a different radiator, and he went through a couple different radiators, and then he finally got one that made it work right. I don't know. We could ask him if he shows up.
And I also think he hasn't had a flex fan on any of his stuff either.
I don't know what he's got on his.
I think he's always had some kind of version of a factory style fan, even if it was a solid mount or clutch driven. I think he's always had.
The thing is, I know my 71 Satellite. It was a factory fan on there, and it was basically a flex fan. When you gave it gas, you could see it get thinner.
Yeah.
But it had really big blades on it. I mean, the blades were huge. Like the fan that I got on the Duster right now, I'm probably not going to cool worth a shit. To be real honest.
Yeah. Yeah. I've got a 160 thermostat in it now, and actually both my truck and Charger. My truck has a problem too with slowly creeping up in traffic, but I've also got the slant 6 fan on there.
But you also live in Mississippi.
Yeah, but on my truck, in my truck's defense, I have a slant 6 radiator fan on there. I don't have a big block radiator fan on there. So I need to get an appropriate big block fan for my truck.
Well, what fan's on the motorhome motor? You said it's got a clutch fan on it, right?
The motorhome motor, when I pulled it out, it did have a clutch fan, and it
Yeah.
looks like it would fit in the Charger.
Oh, hell, I'd try it.
That's what I'm gonna do. I just hadn't done it yet. I've been lazy for the past couple months, mostly because it's been cold and raining and stuff.
You guys been getting a lot of storms down that way.
Yeah,
I watch this guy on YouTube, and I keep saying I want to move south, but
my freaking Cushman has gotten stuck like 4 times because those tires that are on there don't have a lot of traction, and when our backyard is wet, certain parts of it is like trying to drive in soft butter. So
that was a problem I always had when we lived in Missouri. When I lived with my mom and dad, we would I would always have cars parked in the backyard, and they would run intermittently. You know, I'd get it running and driving for a while, and get another car and park a car in the backyard, and then swap out and stuff. But if it was back there in the wintertime, it didn't come out until summer because spring was mud season.
yeah, I would have to measure, but I don't think it's very much. Inch and a half, maybe 2 inches. I could actually measure real quick if I had my tape measure. I know where my tape measure is. It's in my truck. I could actually measure it real quick. Let me actually do that. I'll be right back.
Okay. Yeah, it could be. That's what I was thinking. If that clutch fan fits, it'd be worth it trying it out. I want to stay away from electric fans. Is what I want to stay away from. Maybe on a race car. It's like I like the electric water pump and electric fan idea on a race car because you could cool it down faster when it didn't without the car running. But on a street car, I don't think I'd ever put an electric fan on there. But then again, I do have this set of electric fans that's off of a Sprinter van. It's like two electric fans in a shroud, and if you set it down and hook it up to a battery, it'll actually lift off the ground a little bit. It moves a lot of air. Now I wonder if it could sit too close. I thought I'd heard of that before. If the fan's sitting too close. Yeah, that's true. But then it's just one more electrical component to go bad. On something that I have to drive to work every day. Then again, I guess my truck doesn't have an electric water. I don't think it has an electric water pump, but it's got electric fans on it. The factory went to him for a reason, I guess. Yeah. Now, I had a problem in my satellite for the longest time with a broken motor mount. And what was funny, I noticed something on the Magnum motors. They put the throttle cable on the other side. But I remember when I had the broken motor mount on my satellite, the engine would kick up and it would pull the throttle cable back, so it would keep going. You had to wait for it to settle down by itself. How far is it, William?
It's inch and 3/4.
Okay.
The front tip of the blade is inch and 3/4 from the radiator.
What's up, Barrows? You just ended your live. I wasn't. I didn't have a chance to watch your live tonight. I was on Buck. I was in Buck's chat for a little while. Yeah, you may want to get a different water pump for it.
It's got the. I thought about trying to get a high flow water pump housing, but I saw a picture of one that somebody was supposed to have gotten from. I think it was Mancini Racing or something, and it was an old 440, a Reeboks 440 source one that had smaller ports than the factory housing.
Oh, the housing? Yeah.
Yeah. But I have thought about a high flow water pump.
Well, that aluminum housing will dissipate heat better.
Yeah.
And save you some weight on the front end. What's up, Doug?
Trying to get the picture sent to Discord, and I will share a picture of what my flex fan looks like.
But yeah, Dennis said that there's the actual water pumps are different. They got more. Some of them have more fins.
Yeah.
There could just be so many different things. That's the problem.
Yeah. All right.
Dean, my satellite's cooler than those satellites. And I say mine because I'm getting it back. I'm locking that shit in next weekend.
I got that picture ready.
Okay. MM78, he just put a new radiator in, so I'm guessing the cooling system was flushed out then.
Yeah. That's what my flex fan looks like.
That looks like a factory fan to me.
4 blades.
It may be, I think mine was a 5-blade, but you could get a 7, I thought.
I think this is, well, no, wait, 1. It may be a 5-blade. It's a 5-blade.
Well, I only see 4.
There's hang on.
1.
So you got 1, 2, 3,
that's not 2, that's
4, and 5.
That's the bottom of the 1.
I have pictures on Facebook that I can look at. So let me.
Okay.
It's a nice thing about posting stuff online for the car. I have a picture history as well as a video history. And I know.
Yeah, I'm going to be experiencing a revolving door with cars. It's just been like a 20 some odd year. Well, let's see, 95, I want to say I got rid of that car. So how long was 95? Oh my God, that's a long time ago.
It actually looks like it's a 6-blade. Yeah, let me save this picture. Well, I'll just share the screen.
Yeah, just share the screen. Yeah, that was okay. 6. I see
Yeah,
6.
so it's
Oh,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And this is
now,
this
I
is
don't
the
know. See,
33.
that reminds me of my factory fan that I had. I could be 100% wrong because it has been 20 some odd years.
Yeah. These are right after. These are pictures right after, right as we were trying to get the car running. I actually had a set of high back dart seats that my dad wanted to put in the car. I put them in the car, but I wasn't really happy with them, so I put the factory stuff back in.
Boy, if you
Oh,
still had those seats, those are worth a little bit of money.
I've already sold them.
Seats are
Long,
crazy.
long time ago. But yeah,
Yeah.
here's a set of original Magnum 500s that I had, and you can see the red drum through the slits. So this was before I painted anything.
Oh, I got 2 of those I'm bringing to Indy to trade Ryan for shifter.
I was looking in the axle tubes and everything. I was happy to not see any rust. I think I was replacing the brake booster right here, which is not fun. And yeah, this was a 750 Edelbrock that I had on here. It ran happy with it. It was just a little rich.
Yeah, but you could have fixed that.
Yeah.
Could have been you could have just got the little rods.
And here's that radiator that I just took out to put that other radiator in, and this is 2010 that this picture was uploaded. So the radiator that was in here worked fine. I just needed to fine tune the cooling system, and on top of that, I didn't really realize that this was a 22-inch radiator car.
Yeah.
So I just drilled extra holes to make the radiator fit, and I made it fit. I just wanted, with this other radiator, I wanted it to bolt into the factory locations, and doing a lot of research and a lot of checking, it turned out to be a 22-inch.
All right, I'll be right back in here. Let the dog back in.
All right. I want to see if there's any other pictures I might want to share of the Charger. Let's see. I can share that once Brian gets back.
I'm back. Sorry about that, guys.
I found some. I took pictures of some pretty interesting stuff that I had found in the car when I was first getting it going.
Those aren't Oh, those are what you found in the car.
Yeah. And this right here was cool. It's a couple of car wash tokens.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Oh, did Barrows get the clock this year? I didn't notice. I haven't had time to hardly watch any YouTube. I'm gonna have to. Oh, I'm gonna have to do that. I'm gonna bring the clock to No Name. I'm gonna have it sitting in the car.
I do want to share these two.
Okay, go ahead.
Kind of going back in the history of the car a little bit, I guess. This was before I had joined YouTube. 2009 was before I had joined YouTube, I think. 'Cause I think I joined YouTube in, I think it was 2010.
How long have you?
2010 or 2011. Huh?
How long have you had your channel?
Now over 10 years.
Wow.
This was at my dad's shop. This was an 85 Ram Charger with a 318. This thing was in nice condition when we had it, and that thing was a hoss. We had pulled a few things with it, and it was nice. And we didn't realize we had picked up a couple of wheels and a salvage yard off of I think it was off of a Chrysler, but one of them turned out to be a Ford wheel, and we had actually broken off one of the lug studs.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. I was
Mopar's, Mustangs, and minivans got the clock this year. Oh, I was wondering who it was.
Yeah, that's my dad in the car. I was on a four-wheeler. This four-wheeler, if it didn't smoke, it was out of oil. It had basically slicks on the back and on the front just about. And there's my old Ford pickup right there.
Nice.
We pushed it, put some decent tires on it. I think these on the back may actually be the wagon wheels, I think. And there's it sat there for a good while. It got it up, and you can see the trailer hitch that was on here too. I think I've already gotten rid of that a long time ago.
I'll put a trailer hitch on my satellite.
Up in the air, yeah. The wagon wheels are on the back. You see it had dual exhaust on it already. It was just holy. This is actually still crunched. So I really need two more front fenders for the Charger too. And this is still there because my dad said when he was driving the car, he had some Kragers on the back that needed a special lug nut, and the one on this side sheared all the lug studs off and folded up the quarter panel. He was pulling out of a parking lot, and he saw a tire roll by, and he thought to himself, somebody lost a tire. He tried to accelerate, and that's my tire.
Oh man,
yeah, that's still there. But yeah, these are the same wagon wheels that I've had powder coated.
Are those the ones that you're looking for, the other two?
I would love to find two more wagon wheels that look like this. I am very particular when it comes to my wagon wheels. These are very pointed triangles, not rounded. And on the inside of the rim actually says Firestone.
They're just wagon wheels. Oh, never mind. You like your wagon wheels. I'm weird about steering wheels.
I'm pretty sure this rear end is probably original to the car, but when we first started messing with it, it had a 489 chunk in it, which is not original to the car.
Now, what is the what engine was that car originally?
Originally, it is a 440 car, so it did originally have a 440 in it.
So
and I want to say it's still the
panel to charge your 440 Mopar.
I thought about doing that when I put the 440 in there, but at that time I was already decently established as 383 Mopar, and I just didn't want to change it.
Yeah, you'd have to get new stickers and keychains and stuff.
At this point, yeah. But yeah, this torque converter and transmission are still unchanged from when the car sat and from when my dad drove it.
Well, there's your problem.
This is a Hemi.
John Cope builds you a transmission.
This is supposed to
probably fix your cooling issue.
This is a Hemi automatic that my dad had put in. The story he told me was the shop that put it in for him had built the transmission for somebody else, but that somebody else failed to tell the shop that they had a small block, and they built a Hemi-automatic for a big block. And the numbers on the side of the transmission actually do decode to a 1970 446 pack, which as far as components go is identical to a Hemi-automatic. Just one was stamped for 446 pack, one was stamped Hemi.
You see, John Wilburn says if you send him specifics on the wheels, he'll keep an eye out.
Yeah, it's at least 15 by 8. Yeah, huh? Yeah, let me go back to them.
Well, get a picture of them after they're powder coated. You can tell the triangle.
Yeah. It's 15 by 8. Inside of the wheel actually says Firestone, which really doesn't matter, but just the overall shape and the pointed triangle. I've got them on my back porch. Send me an email, charger323mopar@yahoo, and I will reply with some pictures tomorrow. Because I have looked and I have found one set, and the guy wasn't willing to ship them. Now, this was all before I took everything off to repaint it. All of these front end components have been taken off, well cleaned and painted, and my front end still looks nice and pretty black. Might be dirty from the road, but it's still nice, pretty black.
You know what's funny? That the Duster, when I got into it and started looking, the guy who had it before, he had replaced everything on the front end.
Yeah.
All of it was new. I thought I was going to have to. I think I replaced upper and lower ball joints.
Yeah. This is the passenger rear frame rail. I need to patch it because it's got some rust holes in it. But the frame rail is still fairly solid.
It'll be fine.
Let me see. Yeah.
You don't need that.
No, that's still the passenger frame rail. It's got a decent sized hole right there, but this is in between the gas tank.
Just take the body off your Ram and put the Charger body on your Ram. And there you go.
I'll pass. I think on the filler neck, I think I did actually find another one because this one had so much rust on the inside. Yeah, this is part of the underside of the original mat too. I put a big piece of plywood in the trunk so I could actually use it.
Oh, did you see? I don't know. Dennis's last video, or the one before he was in my shop. The guys who did the body work on that Dart, they put patch panels on the rear quarters, but they just put them over the old rusted metal. He was able to bend out and cut out the piece of the old metal that was rusted on the quarter, and it still had the white stripe on it.
Oh, wow.
It had a piece of the stripe still on it. It was freaking crazy.
Yeah. Funny thing about this, I have not touched up anything with my tank mounts, and they're still holding up the gas tank pretty good.
Well, now it's all rubber undercoated after the No Name National.
This side still looks like this from underneath. It's just holding up the gas tank from like right here up. Yeah, the driver's side frame rail is still pretty solid.
Oh, we gotta put gas tank straps in my dad's truck. He was driving to work the other day, and he said he heard a loud noise, and it started banging and everything, and he stopped. He couldn't see what it was, so he drove it into work and looked, and one of the gas tank straps had rusted through and wrapped around the drive shaft. So he ordered a couple gas tank straps. I don't think they'll be that hard to put on. It's a 06 Chevy. Hey, I like self tappers. Self tappers is holding my trunk
There
floor
we
on
go.
about
Here's some
5.
more. Here's some more pictures I can share. This was what I call the start of the project. When I officially started working on it. You sharing it?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. This was sitting behind my dad's shop. He had a tarp covering it up for a long time, but the tarp just tore and just disintegrated. This is well before I spray painted the front end, and you can the whole front cap is actually the dark green. So through this faded right here, you can actually see remnants of the original green. You can see a little bit better right there.
You need to do a good Rust-Oleum paint job on that.
But we had gotten some Jeep wheels, some real deep Jeep wheels that fit on the back but did not fit on the front because of the massive offset on it. He still had his whip antenna. You can see those wagon wheels right there still. Still had the old tag, CB mount and everything. He put a bunch of duct tape around the window because he knew it leaked. And
was that originally a vinyl top car?
Yes. That's why he put the strip of duct tape right here and right here, but this side had fallen off because there's some rust holes right here and right here. When I was messing with it, I had filled it with some Bondo, and I basically just put some duct tape on the underside and then put Bondo on the top, let it dry, and then sanded it flat with the roof. So the roof didn't really leak. But
I was looking at the seams where the roof and the quarter meet.
Yeah, he put tape right there too, but I don't think it did anything.
Yeah, well, I mean, when they did vinyl tops, they did like very minimal body work to that shit.
Yeah, they didn't put lead or anything right there, and the very top itself was very rarely painted. But when I was a kid, this Charger was in my backyard. We would push up the headlight doors and watch them fall. So I think playing with those as a kid actually saved them from messing up.
Yeah, it kept them moving.
Yeah, but this is how the engine
right there.
This is how the engine compartment looked when I first started messing with it.
Yeah, there's your fan right there.
The fan right here. The distributor hole was plugged with a rag. The alternator was sitting on top of the motor with duct tape where covering the intake so nothing could get inside.
Now that might be an aftermarket. I don't know because I just looked. It's got the oblong holes in it.
Yeah.
I don't think the factory ones had oblong holes. I think they just had round holes because they knew where they went.
Factory would have definitely been a just a round hole. But yeah.
Yeah, Aaron says you're not going to get a lot of fuel through that alternator.
No.
Your alternator, it's got the fins that go right through.
Yeah, that's true. But this is a single field alternator. I do actually have a round back dual field alternator that's on it right now. I just need to take the one wire regulator off and put the factory stuff back on.
Now you said that putting that on that alternator caused a drain.
It did cause a drain, yes. See, when my dad was driving it, he had this thing on the steering wheel. I actually took it off soon after I started working on the car. He had a tack mounted to the column. I had to take that off too because it just stopped working because it was just really old. The clock right here, sadly, was not a TikTok tack, but I took out that clock and mounted a, I think it was a SunPro tack, behind the dash in that spot. So my tack is actually in the dash, which I love. This is not even cleaning anything or nothing. This is basically barn fresh.
That's cool that you got it running and everything, and you drive it and you're still enjoying it.
You can see the mold on the door panel from where the roof was, and the old school cup holders.
Yes, I want to set it. I need to find. Do they even make those anymore?
I would have to look up, but I would think so.
I was talking about them I think we were talking about how old cars didn't have cup holders, and that's what you had to do.
Yeah, as you can see, the headliner, it still had the headliner ribs in it and everything, but the headliner had fallen down because of the holes in the roof.
That's what I wonder if my satellite still got the bows in it.
So I still have this washer reservoir, but it is super brittle, and it has a film of silicone on the outside of it. It looks nice as long as you don't try to put pressure on it, because it does.
You don't touch it?
It looks nice as long as you don't touch it. It crackles. This air cleaner is actually on my truck right now. I've actually got a bent thin metal plate right here that's got my switch for the electric antenna I put on it.
150 knots.
Yep. It's actually not working since I did the burnout. It's my speedometer's not really operating correctly.
Huh.
I need to take it out and probably lubricate it a little bit.
Well, at least something broke. That's what happened.
Yeah. Yeah.
I had somebody tell a friend of mine that Chargers never came with bench seats, and I was like, I'm pretty sure they did.
Let's see if there's anything else. I don't think so. I've got a couple of more pictures I can show. All right. This is the Charger and my mom's Dart, her first Dart, at some apartments in Memphis where my parents lived. These are the only picture. This is really the only picture I have of these two cars sitting together.
She still only has one Dart, or had one Dart.
Yeah. And this is the Charger. This was actually an accidental picture in the background of something else we were doing in the backyard. But this is how the Charger sat in my backyard basically my whole childhood. We would store our push mower under the back end because it would protect it from the rain. The tree there, we had a decent sized maple tree right on this side, and thankfully no branches ever fell on the car. It came really, really close one time, but thankfully it didn't.
I wish I had some backyard pictures of my satellite.
Well, like I said, this was a accidental picture. I was actually looking for potential accidental pictures to show how it sat, and that's it.
Yeah, well, I didn't get any picture. I don't have any pictures of my satellite, but I get to make up for that
Oh
because
yeah,
I have video of it now.
I don't think I have any more. At least interesting ones.
I don't have any. I don't have any old pictures of anything. I just didn't take pictures back then. I didn't think about it. O'Reilly sells what? Alta carburetors? All right. Well, I think I'm going to end it early tonight. I'm getting kind of tired. Oh, clip-on cup holders. I remember the last. Well, I do remember the last clip-on cup holder I had was big, so it would hold a big gulp. But all the old ones would hold. They were just big enough to hold a can. That was back before they decided that we needed to drink 5 gallons of any drink a day. But like I said, I think I'm gonna end it early.
All right.
I'm gonna try to get up early and go get those more work done on the duster tomorrow. So thanks everybody for coming out. Thanks William for hanging out with me,
All right.
and we'll see everybody at Indy.
We'll see you.
See y'all
Looking
later.
forward to it. We'll see you.